if you could give a firm 5 things to do.
5 things to do.
5 things to do today that they could change today that could protect them.
Well, one of the most important things you should do is protect your email, right?
Okay.
And most of the companies right now, I mean, not if you're a smaller firm, if you're a firm under 200 people, for example, most likely you're hosting your email with either Office 365 from Microsoft or Google G Suite. Mm-hmm. Both of those companies offer email filtering, but it's what we call basic kind of email and spam protection. I mean, it's good for, keeping out your newsletters and the bad stuff you don't want to see in your inbox, but it's not good at stopping those social engineering attacks we've been talking about. So there are additional tools out there. We use Mimecast for all of our clients. There's Proofpoint. There's some other advanced email security tools that are out there that will actually use AI and use, manually created rules to stop those social engineering attacks. So I think that would be my kind of number one thing is get protection for your email, use advanced threat protection. Now, once you get it, you also need to configure it properly and set it up. So it's not just like plug and play stuff. So you would need somebody who knows what they're doing in order to set up the policies properly. And what else we do for our clients is we monitor it to see if there's any false positives so that we allow those things. Or if, something actually gets through, we can then, make the policies more restrictive. Email protection, number 1. Endpoint protection is number 2. So on your endpoint, you want to make sure you have a URL filter solution to where if you do get an email and it's a bad link and you click on that link, it will block, it'll block the bad link. So you don't actually, your web browser doesn't actually go there. So that's additional level of protection there. It
Boris,
also,
can you define that term endpoint real quick?
So endpoint is any device that you have. It's a computer, a laptop. I think for the purposes of this and for the amount of solutions there are, we'll call it computer and a laptop, but also your mobile phone and your iPad are endpoints as well. But we need to look at those a little differently because there's a lot less solutions for, let's say, a Google Android or Apple iOS device than there is for a Windows or a Mac PC.
Okay. Gotcha.
So right now, we'll call endpoints as your Windows or Mac computers that you use to access your work stuff. So URL filtering is one. Up-to-date, business-grade antivirus is a must, right? So an antivirus solution from a business-grade reputable provider, not something that comes with a computer when you buy it from Costco, but something a little more advanced. Something.
What do you prefer?
So we use a product called WebRoot internally. WebRoot.
WebRoot.
Yep. We use that for all of our customers. There's probably like 60 different ones right now.
Sure. Thinking like Norton and some of those, right?
So Norton is a consumer grade, and that's the Costco product, which you don't necessarily want because it basically installs a bunch of stuff that makes it hard for you to work, and then you just turn it off. You just turn it off completely, and that's it, right?
Okay. So that's a really important point: is consumer grade versus business grade.
Yes, very important. If for a business and even for your home, you'd want business grade products. It's a little more expensive, but it really gives you the protections that you want to have. So that's kind of on the endpoint security, and then I guess a couple more things just around password hygiene and password best practices, right? So make sure you have complex passwords. Make sure you're using different passwords for each one of the services, especially those services that are like banking sites and, your investment accounts and things like that. All those passwords should be different. Now, in order to keep track of all your passwords, now that you have complex passwords that are different, you're not going to remember all of them. Use a password management tool, right? Like we use LastPass for all our customers, but you can use 1Password or, Dashlane, anything that basically allows you to securely keep the passwords. Right. Don't use the ones that are built in to Google or Mac OS. First of all, they don't have the full capabilities that these password managers do. And also, at least from the Google standpoint, there's always kind of scares here and there. Oh, we found a hole and all your passwords could be exposed. So use these guys that have a proven track record. Like I said, LastPass is one, 1Password is another, Dashlane is a third. All of them are business grade. All of them will do well by you.
LastPass is free, right? For one device, I think.
Well, right now, yeah. I mean, it used to be much better.
Yeah.
It used to be you could run it free on all of your devices.
I remember that. Then they started charging me for multiples, but it's still worth it. It's like, I want to say $5 a month.
I think it's like even $3 a month.
Yeah,
or something.
It's a pretty nominal fee, and if you have it on your phone and you have it on your laptop, I mean that's a pretty, for $3 a month or $5 a month. That's a game changer, even just so you don't have to remember stuff. Because how annoying is it to get locked out because you didn't know a password? And then there's the whole security implications. So that's great advice.
And then last thing is two-factor authentication, right? So all the services, all your business services, all your personal services that have to do with anything that's, I don't know, sensitive data or financial, right? If it's your Expedia account and you're storing your credit card info in there, it needs to be 2FA. Otherwise, right now, I mean, there are tools. If you don't have a complex password and you don't have two-factor authentication, I mean, you're just waiting to get cracked.
Right.
So two-factor authentication needs to, for me, it's on every service that I have.
That's a great list.